On this episode of Beer, Blues, and BS, we are continuing on with IPA Appreciation Month. So get ready for IPAs, some indiscriminate cursing, and overall just a good time. This is an episode full of breaking news. Why? Because there's a lot of things happening, and I know by the time that you guys see it, it's been 2 weeks, and that's okay. It's still interesting. You're going to hear our takes. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get ready for laughs and all of that. And, that's what you should come to expect, because when you're here, you're in a good place. Welcome to the show.
It's Howard Blues and the Mark Kidder. Pour a cold beverage, pull up a seat, enjoy time with friends.
TripleB! Well, the TripleB sucks. Okay? Come on.
Whatever, man. This is Beer, Blues, and BS. Online at beerbluesbs.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Beer, Blues, and BS, the podcast where some of the hosts need to pregame before the show. Others need to, pre-nap before the show. I am your host, the living embodiment of Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here as always with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, how you doing tonight?
Well, I'm lucky to be here. Why? Because why not? That's how it goes. So, yes, very, very good. Just here. How are you doing? We don't ask that enough.
I am also here, but I'm like half dead. I got the first cold of the season that my kids have brought home. That's kicking my butt. I tweaked my knee, so going up and down stairs is incredibly painful. And my nerve issue decided, hey, this is a great time to flare up. So hence, I'm wearing a hoodie because I literally had the chills before I came down here because my body couldn't tell what temp it is. So I'm half dead. I'm hoping that you guys are bringing the energy and can keep the show afloat, and I can just sit here. We'll see.
Cool. Well, we better introduce who's here then.
Yeah. So trying to carry Howard through this episode, making his return for the end of IPA Appreciation Month. It's none other than the TripleB Brewmaster. It's the Local Geek. Local Geek, how you doing this evening?
Hey, that's me. I'm doing pretty good. Been a busy couple of weeks, so I'm glad to be able to be back here and spend some time with you guys.
Yeah. It's good to have you back so that you can join in all the suffering with the rest of us. And
yes, we've got some beers to go through. So
yeah, you got to play catch up. And somebody who's always playing catch up, especially when he's hiding out in some undisclosed bunker somewhere.
He likes tomatoes.
Yeah, but it's none other than the VP of International Beers. That's right. It's Big D. Big D, how you doing this morning?
Hello. Good morning, sunshine. I feel you, man. I'm getting over the crud out here. Also, it's going around. It's making the rounds, kicked my butt this week, but feeling well enough to join the Doc Brown and James Doohan of internet podcasting. And if you're wondering what the hell I'm referencing, one portrayed a great Scott. The other one just yelled great Scott. Yeah. Doing all right. Happy to be back.
You have to explain it. I think it kind of kills it.
You know what? I'm trying to wake up here, so I'm also trying not to pass out right in front of the keyboard. I'm keeping myself engaged.
I just have to ask, Big D, because here we call it a cold, and our climate is cold. Do they call it like a hot over where you're at?
No, not even a little bit.
I'm sorry. I'll show myself out, but only after I introduce our last guest. Joining us from the West Coast, it is the TripleB Wise Man. It's the Doc. Doc, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing well. Good to be here. It's been a long week. I find that those days that start, or those weeks that start on Tuesday, feel more tiring than the ones that start on Monday. So glad it's over.
Same. And I think we can celebrate it being over with everybody's favorite segment, and that is What's on Tap. And since I still know he's not drinking an IPA because it's morning, Big D, you get to kick us off. What are you having?
Yeah, so this morning for my coffee selection, again, the Black Rifle brand is one of the few that's available to me right now, but this just happened to be oddly appropriate. You got the whatever the hell this is. On the back it says, and sorry, Future Howard, it says nobody f***s with the Squatch. Nobody. If you were to take an artistic rendering of how I'm feeling right now, I would look like this. So let's see how this plays out. Dark roast, good bold flavor. Yeah, I'll give that a 4. Yeah.
All right. Let's hop over to the West Coast to a guest who has been working on clearing his fridge of a little bit of a beast infestation. Doc, what are you having this week?
That's the continued struggle. Actually, I'm continuing from earlier. This is a amaretto and lemonade.
That sounds good.
We'll get to the other stuff later.
Just bringing the fancy drinks on the show, man. Showing us up. And you heard his voice. He's popped in, and we'll get to him. The first to have an IPA this evening, the Local Geek. Local Geek, which IPA are you having first?
I am going to hang out local here. I'm having the Feast Like a Sultan from the Laughing Sun Brewery over in Bismarck. I know this one's been had before, so I won't read all the text on the can. But
It's been one of the more controversial picks this year.
I remember JS said it was this year's tractor beer, so
Yeah.
Have fun.
ooh, what is that?
Trash. That's what that is. Trash.
Oh, that's really dry.
It's definitely a taste, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to give that one like a 0.5.
And just like last year with the tractor beer, Howard drank it first, gave it a fairly decent rating, and then everybody else proves him wrong with low ratings. Oh, good. I will say, Local Geek, I did respond to a comment that you posted on one of the videos, and it came off maybe a little mean. You had brought up the fact that we should give up on these Bismarck breweries and go with Dialectic for IPA Appreciation Month, and I'm totally down for it. But since I tend to buy it all in one chunk, what I'm thinking is you're gonna have to pick up the IPAs from Dialectic, and then I'll just drop stuff off with you first, and I can then share with everybody else.
There you go. Or maybe I'll just pick one up sometime when they've got their black IPA on tap, because that is actually pretty tasty.
There we go. That could be doable. So going from one person hating an IPA to another person who I'm pretty sure like IPAs are his kryptonite. It's like the one thing that could probably kill him. That is the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder. Kidder, which IPA are you drinking this evening?
I have to agree because, again, after last week and the last week and the last week and the last time that I had IPAs, I end up with this nasty, not only taste in my mouth, but also nasty headache. Like, makes me want to take an ice pick to relieve the pressure straight to the temple. Just.
It's another Friday night in the biz.
I had some ice pick lobotomy earlier today. It was pretty good.
Okay, great. Very great. Very good.
It's the ice cream one of the food trucks makes out of Dialectic's frontal lobotomy beer.
Well, since there's some breaking wrestling news, let's go from a choke slam to a hop slam and try and slam this thing right into the garbage. The Tropical Hop Slam Double IPA, slammed with tropical hops. It's 9% alcohol percent by volume. It doubles the design on the can because there's nothing interesting to say about this other than it's an IPA, and that isn't even interesting to begin with either. See bottom for enjoy by date. Oh, weird. The date on here is so blurred and up that you can't even tell when it's supposed to, because it's not good to drink anyway, because it's trash. I haven't even opened the freaking can yet, and I know it's garbage. Howard, you're welcome. This is on you, okay? Yeah, you throw whatever you just threw. You
I
just do that.
I didn't throw anything. I agreed
you're
with you.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be continuing to throw a fit as it's foaming at the mouth here, which I'm gonna end up doing in a couple seconds because of the trash. Why do you do this? Why do you hate me, Howard? Why do you hate me? And speaking of hate, the hatred runs deep through and through. It's JS Batman, and he's muted, so we can't even hear him through his Darth voice.
I don't think I'm supposed to be in that room. Okay, well, I'm gonna hide in this room then. I'm from Hershey, Pennsylvania, at the Hershey Groom Expo 2025 or whatever this year is.
JS, he walked in on the continuation of the month of Helluary for Kidder here.
I would, but I have good beer. I have Corona. I tried to get a Yingling, but they didn't have one in a bottle, and I wasn't gonna try and bring it on the dance floor in a cup. So I went with this.
I'll trade you.
Yes.
No. I'll take that water over this.
Okay, when I get back, I'll drink the rest of the beer that somebody brought us, and we'll see how it goes. But I got some presents for some people, so we got some local made beer out here, and then we'll bring some stuff back. But yeah, I probably won't stay very long. I'll probably jump back in there and go check out the vibe. So but just for giggles, we'll give her it's a Bridgerton themed masquerade party, hence Batman. And I didn't have a masquerade mask, so I did that, and then we did this. So,
But I mean, by default, it's a mask.
So it is a mask. It did not say; it just said masquerade. So I wore a mask. But yeah, and of course I got a puffy shirt, a vest, and a kilt because why not?
JS, before you go, I had to share this. I was editing the past week's episodes, and we got to the discussion on Goldeneye, and I had to ask you. I didn't at the time, but I wanted to. Do you know, since you're teaching your son the glory that is Goldeneye, do you know the proximity mine trick?
Are you talking the unlimited proximity mines, or the one where you throw them through the floor and hide them?
Oh no, this is far more sinister. In Goldeneye, you could take the proximity mine, throw it on an ammo crate, and pick up the ammo crate. And the ammo crate, when it respawns, will still have the proximity mine on it, but it's invisible.
Yes. That is also one. I like to hide them in the secret doors, both in the stack and the complex, as well as the vents in the facility.
Those are all good. I surprised we didn't talk about that one. I'm like, oh, that's like the greatest way for somebody who's never played the greatest bit of hazing.
I did that all the time. I did that.
I also like to stick them to the back set of doors, so in the door you die.
Figured I'd just get that in before you take off. So
absolutely, I haven't done that one in a while. I wasn't sure exactly which trick you were talking about. There's a few with proximity mines, so
yeah, that was the one that not everybody knows, although I think most of us know. But anyway, it's worth sharing.
The headache's already started.
Into the very, very loud, very slutty party, and
Yeah, you get all those furries in one room. It's understandable.
I mean, it's it's full of dog groomers, so it's tattoos, purple hair, and Bridgerton dresses. So you never know what's gonna happen.
I don't know, and I'm not going to ask because I can't afford it.
Yes, correct. So
glad you could make
all
it.
right,
Though. Spend some time with us before you go get groomed.
Never gets groomed.
All right, meow.
Those who maybe do.
I would stay on longer, but I can't hear a damn thing right now, and I'm kind of hiding in the employee storage closet. So I'm doing the whole like cape, I'm doing the cape trick from the original video game where you pull your cape up and they can't see you.
There you go. Well, have a good night. Enjoy your fun, and we'll catch you down the road later.
Good, gentlemen. Have a good night.
You as well.
Yeah.
Good luck out there. Hope you come home in one piece.
Yes. Oh,
Fight crime.
I will add, since this is our cursed show, not only did Brunhilde go down and I had to rent a U-Haul van and kit out a U-Haul van to make it to the show, the tub started leaking horrendously in our Airbnb. So last night at 1 o'clock in the morning, I had to reconnect the tub drain and, be a plumber at 1 a.m. I have redone our checkout system in the booth twice now, and just fixed a door on another person's van. So it's our typical cursed show, So I'm just kind of waiting until our Airbnb starts on fire. But
There's still time.
there is still time, and I am kind of banking for fire this year. So, that.
Good luck.
I'm gonna bail. Have fun.
See you,
Catch you on
JS.
the other side of things. This is terrible. I just wanted to mention before we really continue on to something also interesting other than this IPA that we have so many other choices for celebrating things this month. So many other tasty beverages that could be good quality content. So many different things. Like this delicious Captain's Table whiskey from Star Trek that is very, very, very fantastic. An 8-year aged bottle. Look at this. Beautiful Captain's Table. It's aged. It's wonderful. It also signed by Crispin Kane, the distiller. And look, I got bottle 10 of only 200 that were made. So there's that. This one I'm not going to open, but let's just run down the mash bill, shall we? Corn, 65%. Barley malt, 20%. Rye malt, 15%. And it is the 8th batch, as I mentioned. This was in Kentucky oak barrels for 96 months, and then it was aged in new charred American white oak barrels for 36 months, air dried, with a number 3 char Canton cooperage. There you go. The process here goes from the fermentation to final 8-year rest in the number 3 char American oak barrels, as I mentioned, with the mash bill that I already talked about. There's layers of toasted grains, toffee, and a little bit of burnt orange. A small addition of rainwater softened its strength before slumbering undisturbed for nearly a decade. Beneath the surface lies the complexity, caramel and walnut on the palate, brown sugar and apricot on the nose, finished with a kiss of maple butter and baking spice. Limited release is a reverent nod to the shared stories and quiet strength found at the Captain's Table, a place beyond time where legends are poured and the mission of exploration is never far behind. Thanks to Star Trek Wine and Spirits for working on this with Crispin Kane and creating a fantastically beautiful bottle. And of course, the Captain's Table, there's the coins, which you could see in the limited series of Kidder's Log, the Trek to STLV, and my taste testing at the exclusive Captain's Table event at the top of the Rio in Las Vegas, with all of the others and their Captain's Table coins. Also got to taste some, Romulan whiskey. This one happens to be the rye Romulan whiskey, and the bottles exact to the different styles that you have seen in the Star Trek series. This one being the Stellum Spirits rye whiskey, and all the details which are there and not focusing. This one is actually bottle 556, and Let me just run through the tasting notes of this, because this is also very delicious. Talking about the Romulan Empire and the enduring spirit. So, yes.
You have to. So if it's bottle 556 out of what? If you don't give us the denominator, the numerator means nothing.
I mean, maybe it was the last one.
That's why I need to know. Like,
if I have to ask, I can't afford it. Yeah. Complex spices, rye, and then layers of apricot, hints of white pepper, green apple, orange, and brown sugar, and then crafted to bring the thrill of navigating the unknown. Not to be confused with this bottle, which is the cask strength whiskey from Stelm Spirits and the Romulan whiskey. This one is bottle 329. And with this one, slightly different taste and palate, of course, with the cask strength and being a 60% alcohol by volume, 120 proof, compared to the 59% alcohol by volume and 118 proof. Made in Kentucky. This one brings the world-class craftsmanship, et cetera, So there's a little cinnamon, thyme, a little hint of cherry, stone fruits, and a symphony of the tropical and stone fruits in there with the complexity and things. Local Geek is pouring beers behind him.
I'm pouring one out for Howard. He hasn't had one yet.
Hey, that's what he gets for having IPA Appreciation Month. I mean, I don't want to drink it, so make him chug it.
Anyway, getting back to what's on tap. I mean, all that was interesting. I'm just really thirsty.
Not for this crap.
At this point, yeah. I'm going with the Toppling Goliath Brewing Company's Cyber Sioux with Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe hops. We've had several others who have had this one as part of the show. So I'm not going to bother reading off all the stuff, except for that it is 7.2% alcohol by volume.
I enjoyed that one.
I'm hoping to enjoy it as well. I liked the we had the Pseudo Sioux last year, if I recall, and I enjoyed that one. And I debated between this one and the King Sioux this year. I decided to go with this one. So, spoiler of what might happen next year in IPA Appreciation Month.
I like this one better than the Pseudo Sioux, apparently.
Like Sioux Studio?
I think I liked the Pseudo Sioux better. It's very hoppy. You do get a nice little bit of a citrus taste kind of in the after. I would probably give this I'd probably give it a 3. That's where I would go with this one.
You gave the Pseudo Sioux a 4 for the record, so you did score it better.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed the Pseudo Sioux just apparently 1 point better, but it's not bad. I'll enjoy drinking it as we continue to hear more from Kidder, because I think he said something about breaking news.
And spoiler alert from 2-3 weeks ago, AJ Lee has returned after a 10-year hiatus from WWE to in-ring action on SmackDown.
I'm wondering if they didn't bring her back because it was like the worst kept secret. Like, I think the plan was to bring her back at WrestlePalooza, and I think because that got spoiled by the WWE. For those who don't follow wrestling and maybe didn't hear this, somebody actually wrote to the WWE merch on one of the social media accounts and said, "Hey, how am I supposed to support AJ Lee when she shows up at SmackDown if there's no AJ Lee merch?" And the WWE shop responded with, "We are working to have AJ Lee merch out by WrestlePalooza." and they immediately deleted it, but it's like it got out there like, oh, okay, so that confirms that she's coming. So I'm pretty sure they brought her out early just to try and get some bit of the surprise over with that. So
yeah. Also, off of that, the shirt is now available at www.shop.com if you would like to get your AJ Lee shirt or other merchandise from AJ Lee or CM Punk or anybody else. Hashtag buy stuff, but buy our stuff first because we need money. But this has been in the works since May. Because if you go back to a screenshot of a Seth Rollins backstage segment, in the text, in the wall design behind them, that was on the wall, some art, it had lighted up, written out in the background. And they're notorious for having stuff in the background that you think that you don't notice, but you notice, and then you go back and you're like, oh, wait a minute.
It's one of the things that I've liked about this new era is they're doing more of this, like dropping hints, putting clues, putting mysteries in the background, and kind of
Cluedo.
and rewarding you. Like there's an actual like reward for paying attention. It's not like the old days where it's like we got to do a recap because the fans don't remember what happened last week. It's I like a lot of stuff that they're doing these days, except for getting rid of Karrion Kross. That I'm disappointed in that, but
yeah,
that's just
Cluedo. Doc's like, what? You don't remember Cluedo?
I do, but that's not what it's called in the United States.
But in the UK, it certainly is. And that's
Not wrong.
because Howard had the computer version of it, and we were like, what's the English version? So we played Cluedo.
I actually recently, Kidder made a Cluedo joke on the Howard's Cave of Wonder show. I was reviewing a crowdfunding campaign for the game Blood Rage Valhalla. Blood Rage is one of my top 10 board games of all time. I absolutely love it. It's a great game. The company that made it originally, Simon, is in a little bit of financial trouble, so they sold off a bunch of assets to help kind of dig themselves out of the hole, including Blood Rage. And another company is now making this sequel game, Blood Rage Valhalla. It has, Kidder, the worst designed like board ever. And so like it looks like it is like a house. And so it's Vikings fighting over rooms in a house. And so I strung off a whole bunch of like other subtitles that were more fitting than Valhalla. And it was like Blood Rage Clue, Blood Rage Cluedo, Blood Rage 13 Dead End Drive, Blood Rage Domestic Disturbance, the classics.
Cluedo.
So
yes, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Yes.
Yeah. It's the campaign is not doing well whatsoever, but
neither is this IPA.
Yes. So, hey, shout out to Howard's Cave of Wonder.
You having a round two on this show, Howard?
I am not, because I know what the last thing I have is, and it's pretty heavy. So I might just save that for next week. But if you, good sir, would like it, I will say the words.
Yeah, if you could.
I can do that. I can tell everybody that they should be okay. I fumbled this already, but anyway, welcome to everybody's second favorite segment of the show, and that is What's on Tap, round 2. Drink.
Oh, no.
That's what I get for trying a smooth transition.
And I didn't even butt in, and
no. Listen. Kidder, I'm going to just throw this out here. This was recorded before you got on. We want to know how long you've been going to the con, because I might have misspoke and said that we had a Kidder's log from, what was it? What did I say? 2001?
Yep.
Yeah. I'm half dead. Okay. Just
so there was a Star Trek convention that happened in Bismarck in like 1998. and I was that. Mark Alimo was the special guest. And I was enamored with how long his freaking neck is in real life, because I'm like, son of a that is a Cardassian. My God, man. But the actual con in Vegas, even though this has been going on for many years, I had not been able to actually attend until 2017. Unofficially, if you want to put it that, 2016, because we were at the Rio hanging out before then.
All right. That answers that. And anyway, Local Geek, on to your round 2, now that we have solved that mystery.
Yeah, so I just had to know if you're having another one tonight or on this one or not, because I know we have the same thing stashed away for the other. So I'm going to have the Hop Rising Double IPA with a farmer holding a hop on his pitchfork on the can.
Gross.
And this sucker is 9%, so that's going to be real fun.
That sucker messed me up pretty bad. Oh, we got beer spillage. It's angry.
Oh. Oh.
And so is Local Geek.
Well, that's going to cost it some points. Not that it has a lot to lose. Oh.
Yeah, go negative. 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 Negative.
I won't go negative, but
boo, boo, boo.
I'm going to go 0.1 on that one, though.
Ooh, decimals. Yeah. That beer.
Yeah.
Which one? Round 2 also, because caffeine. So, Kidder, recent episode, I tried out the Ghost, like the sour apple or whatever. I was a little skeptical, but you're like, no, Big D, you're dumb. It's amazing. And you were right. And yeah, paraphrasing. Yeah. Expanding the selection. This time I got the orange cream.
Yes.
Don't know about this, but okay, you didn't steer me wrong the last time. But before I partake of this one, I must let you know that you misspoke, and what you probably should have said was that you saw at the Trek convention in Bismarck, His Excellency the Amazing Gull Mark Alimo, because he's a BAMP. So,
God.
This one's confusing. Not bad. Not mad at it. I'll give it a 2.5.
Creamy, orangey, little caffeine to punch you in the face.
A little bit of a sour note that I can't explain.
For me, not at the level of the apple, but still drinkable.
I'd be in line with that. Yeah.
In the spirit of clearing this out of my refrigerator, we're going for the mean green.
Man, that's like 4 weeks in a row.
There's only one more left after this.
If you chug it really fast, you can have both of them.
Well, I could always save one for next week.
I like how some of us celebrate IPA Appreciation Month by drinking IPAs, and Doc just like, no, I'm just going to drink Beast the whole month.
That's because Doc is a beast of knowledge.
I mean, at least one of the flavors is about as bad as an IPA. So,
yeah. I don't think any beasts have spilled all over us. So,
yeah. You got to be catching up to me, Local Geek, in number of times the beers have attacked. Because I think I'm at, like 3, maybe 4?
I'm at 2 for sure. There's the one that I accidentally tipped over all over my keyboard. This one just foamed all over me, my chair, my desk.
Big D, I know you haven't caught all of our episodes. Episode 12, it's called Enter the Brewmaster. Yeah, that's right. I can't remember what year we did Kidder's Log the first time, but I can remember episode 12 and the title. That was Local Geek's first appearance on the show, and we drank one of his home brews, and the damn thing attacked. me. Like it was spraying all over. And the reaction from Kidder, this was before we had the multicam. It was hilarious. It's worth the watch. At least to go back to
How
that part.
funny was it?
A note. Making a note.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It is. And there's even a follow-up video that we did as bonus content, which was Kidder reacting to how I edited that section of the show. So that's also pretty good. And then if you want to continue down this path of beers attacking Howard, I forget the exact episode number, but the episode is entitled Tasting Brill Grease, which was the brew that we did with the local geek. I prepared myself for that beer to attack, and that is also pretty hilarious. So
Episode 20.
Episode 20, there we go. Some recommendations for you, good sir, as you are sequestered in your bunker somewhere in the world.
Hopefully not for too much longer, but jury's still out on that. Yeah, Steve's not a big beer drinker, but early on when we met, when we were first married, we had Chimay a few times, the big 3/4 liter bottle, the blue label. Without fail, every time she would take a sip of that and then set it down, it would just right at the top. And it never did that for me. And she was wondering how the hell. But yeah, Chimay is one of those beers you generally don't want to have it chilled, at least in my opinion. So you have it like room temperature sitting on the counter. But that does make it a little bit more volatile. So probably had something to do with it.
That's one I'd like to get my hands on sometime.
Right in your face.
In the face.
Yeah. My wife has never been a big beer drinker. So, and that's all right. She, when she does drink, and she doesn't drink much these days, margaritas are always kind of her thing. So, and she refuses to drink with Kidder. Fun story.
There's a story behind that.
There is, and I don't think she'll mind me telling this. When she turned 21, that was back when you could go to Borrowed Bucks, and
Roadhouse.
if it was your birthday month, you could get a free like fish bowl,
Birthday bucket.
Yes.
and
you get it refilled for $4.
yes. And it just so happened that my wife shares a birthday month with Farva's first wife. And so we went, and they split a bucket because my wife didn't want to get that sick. I was in my substitute teaching days, so I had to leave early. So I left my, and at that time she was just my fiance. But I left her with Kidder because Kidder was there, but not before I bought a refill of the birthday bucket. That is the one and only time that she has ever been drunk. Kidder had to help her to the bathroom at least once. And after that, she will not drink that much ever again. But yeah, that was fun times. I didn't even get to see the results of it. Like I keep joking with her that one day we'll have to reenact it so I can see what kind of drunk she is, but she's like, no. So,
But
hey.
breaking news. Buck's not there anymore.
It's not anywhere. They're all gone.
Yeah.
The only building that's left is the one in Bismarck. The Fargo one was demolished. The Grand Forks one was demolished, remade, and has since changed again as well. Breaking news. Real breaking news. Did you know McVeigh Hall and West Hall and Walsh Hall have all been demolished?
That is brand new information.
I didn't know if you heard, so just making
But
sure.
McVeigh and West were rebuilt. Bigger and better than ever before.
Bigger, faster, stronger,
Mhm.
scarier.
You know, Kidder, I there was a part of me that just slightly hoped that this show would take off fast enough that once Borrowed Bucks went out of business, that we could have bought the building and turned it into the TripleB Studios.
I didn't know you had that much money that you were sitting on, Howard.
Well,
This would have been great information 4 years ago.
I'm just saying, like, I was hoping, like, if we ever got to that level,
Years ago.
yeah.
4.
I'm just saying. I just thought that would it would have been a great location. It's like halfway between my place and your place.
Yeah.
You know? So
Great lighting.
yeah.
Great sound system.
Mm-hmm.
An obnoxious air horn that I could definitely turn on at any
Right.
point. Bah, 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 bah.
Yeah. I mean, we could have stocked it with beer, you know? So I mean, it would have been great, man.
Yeah,
It's probably
the
got-
taps are already run.
I was gonna say it's got a tap system already.
Beer.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. Maybe one of us needs to play the Powerball, man. That's up to what? 1.7 billion? Is that what I saw?
Mm-hmm.
I already did once. I put $10 in.
Yeah.
Still waiting for my $10 to return.
It's getting turned into a wedding venue, though, is what I saw.
Not if we win Powerball. And
Yes.
you know what? Screw it. We're gonna buy something else, tear it down, and build our own studio. Town
It's a
Smith
shame you
Tavern.
didn't win. It's a shame you didn't win big at the bingo hall that one night y'all came in when I was working there.
Yeah, Howard.
Hey, listen, my favorite story about the bingo hall was the time that Kidder accidentally falsely called bingo and the death glares we got.
Dude, you're lucky you didn't get knifed that night. That was a shady ass place.
Yeah, it was. I'm surprised at how many people go and play bingo. Like it's amazing in that sense.
And the people
yeah.
that do it take it pretty serious.
Oh yeah.
We have a friend who used to go there for her birthday every year, and we would just be this totally rowdy crowd. Like, we weren't like drunk or anything, but we were just a lot less serious about it than the people who were clearly regulars, and we got death glares.
I think I remember you there.
If it was
Talking
in
about
Bismarck,
the
you may
bingo hall up on. Oh no, I thought you were talking about the one in Grand Forks. Never mind, because there were plenty of antics that happened that way too. There was one guy. He was a former employee, but he wound up playing there, and right before the last one of the last games, smart ass decided to stand up and basically tried to piss off the entire room by yelling "last chance to spend your welfare checks." Yeah, he was not invited back. That was just hardcore mean. But yeah, just one example of the antics that would go down there. Yeah. Not
Ours
cool,
was
man.
mostly stuff like when B4 would be called out, somebody would say "and after."
Oddly enough, I never had that happen.
And we weren't doing it like loud. It was just amongst our table, but it was loud enough that the tables around us gave us death glares.
It's that's a culture that's surprising. I think I still have that bingo, like, because I bought a bingo dauber with that, because why the hell not? I think I still have it in a box somewhere. It's probably not good, but you know,
20 years later, man.
yeah.
We should have a TripleB bingo night.
That no, no. Listen, I'm far much smarter. Like back in college, I hadn't fully embraced the living embodiment of Charlie Brown. Nowadays, I know I wouldn't throw my money in because I know I'm not going to win.
I also sense a copyright violation coming your way.
Oh, you think so?
Well, yeah, because that would be the ultimate thing where you're like, yes, I am the living embodiment of Charlie Brown. And then suddenly the people who own all of the rights to Peanuts these days slap you with a multi-million-dollar class action lawsuit.
I mean, first they're going to send me a cease and desist. And at least then I would probably go, well, can't use that anymore. I'm going to need a new nickname. So, I'm known as the podcast host formerly known as the living embodiment of Charlie Brown. I will say Future Howard is going to love this episode because there's not been a lot of swearing on it. So we are well below.
That. If you would like, I could change it. No,
listen, we are well below our 40 curse word average per episode that we've had the last 4 episodes.
Well, JS only stopped in for a couple minutes.
Yes, I know. I'm appreciating. I love the fact that we have a swear jar throughout, IPA Appreciation Month. I hate every time it's swear because now I've made more work for myself and all that.
Would you like me to sing the Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back song?
No. I don't need more work. That we don't need to do that. No, I've had enough work trying to do all of the Kidder's Log videos, and I brought back Howard's Cave of Wonder this month. I don't know what I was thinking of doing all of that in the same month, but hey, if you didn't check out Kidder's Logs, go do that. There's some cool stuff in there.
Very good stuff. Good show.
Not as many Easter eggs as the 2021 version, but listen, I was young and stupid when I edited that version, and I don't got time for that anymore.
What? I was young and stupid then?
Yes, because I was like, I gotta add this and this effect and this.
Yeah, because you put the Star Wars stuff in there, right? Stupid. I get it. Yes. I
listen. There was a whole B plot to that Round of Kidder's Logs. I mean, there was a whole Borg invasion. I almost said Vorg. That would have been bad. Borg invasion story that plays throughout the whole thing. If you pay attention to all of it,
Yeah,
and it's awesome.
That's when Future Howard was on point.
I mean, that was, as I said, he was young and stupid and willing to do that, not realizing now, 4 years later, that every time Kidder's Law comes up, he's like, damn it, I either can just do the best I can and probably kill myself with the amount of work and effort it would take to top what I did back then, or I can just put out, at least a decent video product. There is one big mistake in this year's Kidder that I realized. There's a video clip that you had from the band The Action Figures where they were singing Piano Man, and I should have saved that bit and made that the end credit sound because it's kind of a pointless thing, and I didn't, and I kicking myself over that one. That was a miss.
I know you got it saved, so you can go back and just do it, and then add it as a point 2 of JK. Here's part 2 and a half.
Not gonna do that unless the original one gets 1,000 views. We get to 1,000 views on that, I'll do it. But otherwise,
I am going to create another 995 accounts, and I will like that son of a.
Yeah. Did you catch, Kidder, that JS makes an appearance in there?
Yes.
Yeah. He's the first.
He should have, because we happened to end up in the same place at the same time. You okay over there? You fall down? Are you throwing up? Did you have an IPA? It's revenge of the IPA. You're puking. I mean, this hop definitely wants to come back.
No, I'm having some tech difficulties. One moment. Carry on.
What they call it these days.
While Howard works on his technical difficulties, I've got some news to share. I've got some brewing that's going to be happening in the near future. We're approaching that time when I need to brew the next batch of mini DNA. So that's going to happen. But I also have the clone teaser that clone beer that I've been teasing for the last several episodes. In fact, I gave another clue to it in the last episode I was on, but I didn't mention it until just now. So you might have to go back and see if you can find that. But I'm probably going to do those like back to back, like one week, one the next week or something like that, just to get them both down the chute before it gets too cold to brew outside. Also, I finally cracked open the Hopper Mountain mead that I made with my friend from Vermont last year, the maple mead. And it is quite tasty, so I'll have to get you guys some of that as well.
Nice. Hey, everybody, don't worry. All that the technical difficulties are is that I plugged the wrong cable into my laptop, and so the battery nearly died on this, and I was in a mad scramble to find the right cord.
I can understand that happening when you put something in the wrong hole.
Hey, I have some breaking news as well. Yeah, hey, listen, this is breaking news all over the place. This is an interesting one, though. I have to say, congratulations to my wife, Lefty. She quit her job and is starting a new job on Monday. So she is leaving CHI, the hospital, and moving over to one of the local surgical centers, partially because with the whole daycare situation, nobody really wants to do part-time and be flexible with schedules that lives, close by to us. So the daycare that we ended up, even though they told us they would do that, they said no. So she decided if we have to pay for a full week's worth of daycare, regardless, why should she work nights, weekends, and holidays? So she decided to switch jobs so she can be home with the family more. She works 4 days a week. We'll be home for dinner every night, and that. So congratulations to Lefty.
Good for her.
Yeah, I'm very proud of her. So that's good news. So yeah, but cheers to her. I don't have anything to drink here except my paint water, and I'm not going to do that.
So. Tommy Dreamer. There you go.
It'll get you drunk.
No, it'll probably make me sick.
So will the IPA. I don't see any difference here.
Oh, they're both poison.
Same different glass.
Technically, the paint I use is non-toxic, so it shouldn't kill you.
Yeah, right.
But
if you try hard enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say they say IPA is non-toxic too, but I don't know if I buy that.
Are you saying these IPAs are going to kill us, Howard?
I mean,
kill me because I'm sick of this.
Here's more likely. If anybody's going to die from this whole IPA Appreciation Month, it's probably myself, and it's probably because one of these days Kidder's finally going to snap, and that'll be the end of me.
No, I'll die before then because I'm allergic. Planet's trying to kill me, and you're delivering cans of this trash to my front door.
Yes,
forcing them upon me like an unwilling subject in your web of secrets and lies.
I like how
you still open them voluntarily.
Hey, free beer is free beer.
I still feel forced because if I don't, then he's gonna guilt trip me or.
Yeah, there would be the whole, oh, look at Kidder. Too good to drink the IPAs I brought him. He's
short answer.
Standards.
Yes. I like normal things.
Hey, at least I only do this once a year,
If you do this more, I'm not going to make veiled threats because this is a recorded line and I understand how that works. And so you're lucky. But you will not know when, where, what, or how, but it'll happen.
So kind of like when I make an IPA for you, Kidder.
You better not.
And on all of these veiled threats and, fun shenanigans, Kidder, we've been talking for quite a while. It's time we wrap this episode up. To do that, we either need some cheap plugs or final thoughts. Your choice.
Well, it's not really a choice. We got to do it because we got the cheap plugs. Buy our because we're poor. Because we're drinking IPAs in this thing, and Howard wanted swear jars of. Hey, buddy. There you go. Buy our right here at the screen. It's on the bottom. The whole time it's been here. Streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. Buy a pint glass that I have right here, or maybe buy a t-shirt, or I don't know. Just give us your money, please. Please. Streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs. You can subscribe for as little as $1 a month and help keep a thirsty podcast host's thirst quenched. Facebook, Instagram, all of the places, including the video version on YouTube, the audio version on. Get that off of the screen. This is not a discussion. You're on the list. You made it. You made it on the list. Howard's first, and now Local Geek is second. You made the list.
I'm number one. I'm number one.
Yeah, you're number one. All right.
I still got a whole can of Malort Sucks.
Okay.
Sounds like a personal problem.
I gave Big Bada Boom the open one.
Yeah, and that's probably liked it.
He did.
And that's really the reason why we're poor. Okay, final thoughts. Let's go around the room. Howard, start it off.
Yeah, I got a final thought, and it's a pretty good one. And that is, gentlemen, as guys, we are always seemingly obsessed with, what is the fastest. We like fast cars, fast planes. But I'm going to tell you, there is nothing faster than infant poop that has escaped a diaper. I don't want to tell you how many times this week that my tiny little girl, like you could hear or feel her fart, and you're racing because like instantly the poop has gone up and it's going up her back, and that stuff should be studied. The dynamics of that, because holy crap, that is fast. And I have had to clean up more poop this week than I care to even admit. So it has been a week. And with that, just keep that in mind. If you're, for those new dads out there, if you hear that, that's not something to question. Just go change right away, because otherwise it's a thing. So there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
There's
very good advice from Howard. Also very good advice from me. Don't have kids. Local Geek, over to you.
I just wanted to say that I had high hopes for this IPA Appreciation Month after the first couple weeks of being on for it, because the IPAs weren't so terrible. This week kind of ruined that for me. So I'm hoping that there's going to be an uphill swing coming again here. Some decent ones.
It's an IPA. It's not possible. Sorry, Local Geek. But thanks for the thought. All right, let's go West Side with the Doc, spitting some knowledge. No, just sadness for the IPAs on this show.
I'm realizing I probably have to join in next week before this all wraps up.
You want me to mail you one?
No, I won't get here in time.
I should have sent one with my mom. She's out on the western edge of Montana. She could have gotten it over to you pretty quick.
It's a little further away than it might seem, but yeah.
And now let's go way out west to the opposite side of the planet, in somewhere, sometime, somehow. Big D, what do you got?
So, first of all, can confirm everything Howard said. Yeah. Keep your friends close. Nice. Keep your friends close. Keep your IPAs closer.
Gross. That's just as bad as the paper. You can pour that in a cup and drink it. It's a milkshake. Look at me. Like, gross.
Oh, man.
Some kind of sickness going on this planet. IPAs and baby diarrhea. Disgusting. Okay, before this show gets any worse, let's get out of here. I'm still Mark Kidder for Howard, for JS Gunslinger, for Local Geek, for Doc and Big D. Thanks for joining us for this and every episode of the Triple B. Join us next time for another rousing episode of something. We'll figure it out as we go. Keep your glass at least half full. There's free beer tomorrow, and we will catch you on down that non-diarrhea filled Tuscan Highway. Have a great night, day, morning, everywhere in between, and it is time to get out of here. Have a great one. See you in the next episode of Beer Blues BS.
You have been listening to a UA production of Beer, Blues, and BS. If you enjoyed the show, help others find out about it by rating the show or leaving a review at your podcast listening service of choice. Thanks for listening, and may your glass never be empty. UA Productions presents A Glimpse Behind the Curtain.
Big D, did you check out all of the Kidder's Log videos?
I checked out the first one, working my way through the rest of them.
Definitely interested to hear what you think, especially if you go back and watch like the first set that we did back in 2001, because the Easter eggs in that were just ridiculous.
Back in 2001. Have you been drinking already, Howard?
Howard has the first cold of the year, and on top of that, I'm glad other people are on this particular episode, because between the cold and I tweaked my left knee, so I'm hobbling up and down stairs.
Oh no.
And then on top of that, all my nerve stuff decided tonight, or it was today actually, it's hey, want to run rampant? Sure. Yeah. So I am wearing a hoodie because I literally had the chills earlier tonight, and it's not that I'm running a fever. My body just can't actually tell what temperature I am. So
out of round.
So I am here, but in terrible shape. So I'm hoping others are bringing the good stuff, and I can kind of be a little bit more low key.
Low key or low key?
A little bit of A, a little bit of B. All right, one down. Time to take a break, refresh your beverages, run to the bathroom, any of that fun stuff.
Go throw up.
I'm sure you got a great thumbnail with JS just showing up with that ridiculous ass Batman mask.
Yeah.
Continuing the discussion of baby, we're leaving little D, 6 months old. We're leaving England, and he's in his seat. We had to rig his car seat and put it in the airplane seat, and we just hear the sound. Mr. D and I look at each other like, did he just? No.
Could you give us a somewhat relative representation of what that sound is for scientific purposes?
Something like that.
Okay.
Kind of like yeah. And then we're like, oh, maybe he just let some gas go. Well, no. Then we see this kind of burnt yellow stain come creeping around from the side. And this happened right as the fasten seatbelt sign turned on prior to takeoff. So I'm like, there is no fixing this. And then we had to try and keep him awake because he was doing this thing, and we're like, and then he finally dropped off. We were trying to keep him awake, and we knew the minute we woke him up to actually change him once we had the chance, once they would not yell at us and stand up, he would not go back to sleep. And he did not for the entire flight over the Atlantic. Yeah, that was a long day. And then I'm changing him in the airplane bath. We got the thing down, and he's discovered just how much he loves to kick. So he's kicking the wall while I'm trying to change him. And it was a good 20 minutes I was in there trying to get him cleaned up. It was not cool.
Yeah, that's the wrong Mile High Club you're supposed to join. Just in case you were forgetting.
Yeah.